Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Final Fantasy Brave Ex's video, and this is the one that was requested by quite a few of you guys. Hopefully this will be picked up by the majority of you guys that may be interested in this, and there are some things in here that I didn't even know, so maybe you don't know some of these things. I didn't have to do a whole bunch of research because I already knew a lot of this stuff already, but if you like this kind of stuff, please give a like on the video. It really helps. It's not a meme. It's not going to be like, oh, I'm just, I'm just making this up. Liking a video really helps. So let's get into the video, shall we? Evasion is a chance of evading or dodging physical or magical, we'll be getting to that, attacks inside of battle. And evasion is, once again, like I mentioned, separated from physical and magical evasion. So there'll be two spots, and I'm sure this will come up eventually if it's not already in the global side. I haven't really looked. There will be a section where it'll say the percentage of physical and magical. I think it might already say it on the global side, but if it doesn't, or it does, it's there. There'll be two sections that'll say which side is which. And this is a mechanic in the game that basically gives you percentage from 0 to 100 chance of dodging or negating, negating any kind of damage or incoming attacks, depending on what kind of attack it may be. And so there's that. And magical evasion works towards only actual spells, not ability spells. So if a boss has ability spells, you will not be able to dodge those. Magic evasion cannot be stacked. You can only put one passive with one equipment, for example, and it's the only way to build magical evasion. So far, as the most recent example on the global side, Wildcard Ace's 50% magical evasion, and also more to get on's STMR limited time unit. Unfortunately, I'm just mentioning it anyways because it's the highest. It's pretty much the highest magical evasion available. So that would be 80%, right? You can only get that much. You can't go any higher than that. It can't be stacked. So someday, probably, I don't know, but someday they might make 100% magical evasion units. I don't know, maybe. But so far, only 80% is possible, and there's several units that have 50% now. A handful of units that have 50% magical evasion. So there's that. You can't stack, you guys. That's the biggest thing. You can't stack. You could put as much magical evasion equipment as you want, but only one of them will count, and only the highest one will count. So if you put a whole bunch of 5%, but then you have a 10%, only the 10% counts. Just so we're clear. I just wanted to make that clear multiple times in this video. Physical evasion works against physical and hybrid attacks. This is the part that I didn't know about the hybrid part. Of course, it makes sense, right? Because it's physical and magical. Hybrid is physical and magical, so of course it would block hybrid. So there's that. Some units have already evasion passives inside of their kits, and some equipment also have evasion passives. Example of Durandal, Vaughn's STMR, and also Vaughn himself. Of course, he has evasion. And his TMR also has evasion. I guess I probably should have said, but Durandal is much easier to say. Most people already know that. Most people already know that STMR by now because I've said it many times how it's the best STMR. It was the #1 best STMR in my one of my lists. So there's that. And physical evasion can stack with any sorts of physical evasion up to 100%, and you want to get to 100%. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why I'm saying 100% multiple times in this video, because we'll be getting into that. So unlike magical evasion, you can stack physical evasion however you want. Anything works as long as it's not stackable, because there are some things that are not stackable with other evasion, but you can still make 100%. Like for example, Vaughn's TMR is not stackable, I believe, but you can still stack evasion to 100% with it. It's not like it's a set number where you can't go reach 100%. It's possible to reach 100%, and however you want to choose. I just wanted to make that completely clear, that 100% evasion, physical evasion, is possible through many means. Evasion is turned off if a unit is affected by sleep, stop, charm, or paralyze. So if any of them are affected by any of those effects, they will start getting hit, as if they didn't have, as if they have 0% evasion, for example. And I wanted to add this subsection in here because it is regarding evasion. Mirage. So here's a small section about Mirage. Mirage allows for a certain number of hits to be evaded depending on the ability. So if it's a one-hit Mirage move, you can take one hit. So for example, if a boss uses an area of effect attack that hits everybody, it'll all miss one time. But if he has multiple hits, if he's doing 2 or 3 times per hit, he's going to be doing it. You're going to be getting hit after that. So if someone has like 2 or 3 stack Mirage, that can only be that effect. You can't stack Mirage. So if you have 2 people that are going to be using Mirage, it doesn't work that way. You can it only works on one thing. And fixed type damage ignores Mirage, but fixed type damage is very rare. And if you're a new player, you probably shouldn't even be worrying about fixed damage. Is something that's like way over there. Don't even worry about it. Fixed damage is kind of like an old mechanic that almost no one uses anymore. There are some bosses in the future that will use fixed damage, but you don't really have to worry about it. It's really is. If you're a new player right now, if you're watching this video and you're a new player, fixed damage is way out the door. It's looking out the window. It's peeking at you, but you just close the window, close the blinds. You don't see it. So there's that. And the final slide here. This is for physical tanking now. So some people said they wanted to know more about what's physical evasion tanking. So evasion tanking is gathering the equipment and or passives and sacrificing your bulkiness, because a lot of evasion equipment doesn't have any bulkiness to it. You're sacrificing to get that 100% evasion, and in the course of that, you're not going to get hit, so you don't need bulkiness. So there's that. Physical cover is the best used for physical evasion in most cases. So there are some cases where you want to be more bulky, like with Ashura, for example, you want to be more bulky. And also the genie fight in the future on the global side will be coming eventually. You also want to be very bulky. And also Provoker that can be 100% evade is also key to most situations. Magic cover doesn't really benefit from 100% evasion. There's never really been a time or a place that you would ever want to have your magical cover be 100% evade. Just don't even worry about that. Best example is the Behemoth King or Behemoth K or whatever his name is on global. Your magic tank usually would not be evade, but everybody else is. And the reason for that is because he needs too many resistances and things. It doesn't work. So just don't worry about your magic tank being evasion. You don't need to worry about that, just for physical or provokers. And this is my own personal experience. Of course, yours may vary, but basically, I honestly feel, this is my opinion, of course, like I said, anything less than 100% evasion is not very effective. And you could say, hey, I've been surviving with 90% evasion this whole time, yada, yada, yada. That's completely fine if your account is fine with that. But my personal experience, I used to be a new player way back in the day when 6 stars were around, and I know how hard it is to get 100% evasion. It's a climb. It's a stepping stone climb. You get one piece of evasion here, you get one piece of evasion here. It's one of the hardest things in the game to get 100% evasion. But when you get it, you feel like Superman. You're like flexing. I got 100% evasion now. So I know it's very tough, but honestly, if you don't have 100% evasion, you probably shouldn't even bother. It's just too hard. So that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. So if you take anything from this video, anything less than 100% evasion is no, just cut out. Just stop lying to yourself, saying that anything less than 100% evasion is good. You can. I know there's gonna be one person in the comment section saying, "Hey, I've been living off of 70% evasion for every boss. I've beaten every boss with 70% evasion," or something like that. Well, you are a crazy person, and props to you. But for everybody else, 100% evasion. Go for that. Hope this video helped you out. This was very highly requested, so I know that some of you guys may like this. Make sure you share it out to people that are new players, because new players also talk to other new players, perhaps. So if you are a new player and you have some new player friends, this may be helpful to you, because this was requested a lot. This was like in my top 5 list. I've got a list of requests, and that was like one of the top 5 things. So make sure you guys share the video, make sure you guys like the video, make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. I do a whole bunch of these kind of guides all the time, and hit that notification bell. And if you care to leave a comment down below, just make your own hashtag word. I'm not going to do one this time. Make sure you just write a comment. Make your favorite. What's your favorite color? What did you eat for dinner tonight? I don't care. As long as it's a comment of some kind. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. Hope this helped you out again, and I'll see you guys in the very next one. Peace.